Hey there, welcome back to my channel. This is Eva and this is Women Blazing Trails. If you are new to the channel, welcome. I upload videos about travel, anti-aging, motivation, some random how-to, fun, beauty videos, all kinds of good stuff. So if any of that sounds interesting, stick around and watch this video. Today we are going to talk about moving abroad and some of the things that you should know before you decide to pack your suitcases and book a one-way ticket to some foreign country with high hopes and grandiose ideas. So it's not just as easy. I mean, it can be as easy as just packing your suitcase, but you do need to know some things before you move abroad. I've written down 10 things. I've written them down because I'm not fancy enough to have a teleprompter. Maybe one day I will, but for now, Eva writes stuff down. I do have a blog about 17 things you should know before you move to a new country, but we're just going to go very quickly over 10 things that I think are probably the most important things that you need to know. Now, before we get started, moving to a new country is exciting, it's exhilarating, but it's also scary and it doesn't come with challenges. So you need to know that before you move to a new country, first and foremost, you are going to have challenges. And they're going to be challenges that you've never even dreamed of or anticipated, or they're going to be very random challenges, and you'd be like, oh my God, this just happened, and what do I do? So you have to expect that things aren't going to be smooth and flawless and perfect. You're going to run into some obstacles along the way. So you better make sure that you are you're never going to be prepared for some of the challenges that you come across, but just be strong. You have to be a strong person to go, I can handle this no matter what kind of shit that gets thrown at me. I got this. So we're just going to dive right in, and I'm going to say that challenge number one, or something you should know before you move to a country. The first thing is that you're probably going to get sick on the food, and everything is different in different countries. The water is different. Fruits and vegetables are different. Everything. The meats are different, and I realize that. So just a little bit of a backstory. I am in Guatemala. I've been here for 9 years now, and my first year here was very difficult. There was many times where I asked myself, what the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. I should go back home, but I stuck it through. But one of the things that I noticed was the difference in the taste in foods, and how often I got sick, and I don't mean sick like, I'm not talking about hardcore food poisoning. I've had that quite a few times, but I'm talking about, just even having like poopy butt, like from, drinking bad water or trying something different. You're gonna probably have poopy butt. So that's number one. Number two is you're gonna have to learn to accept the culture wherever you go. Now, I'm only speaking from Central America experience, but the culture is very different. The people are different. The culture is different. It's a very laid back, nobody really cares kind of culture. The people are the reason why I stay here in Guatemala is because I love the people. They're absolutely amazing, but they're very different as well. So learn to accept the culture and all the awkward little quirky things that they do. Some of them are very frustrating, especially here. Like, nobody knows how to drive. That's just a thing. So it can be I think a good thing to do. Actually, I'm going to stop here because that's on another one of my tips. Number three is to learn simple phrases in the language of the country that you're going to. How much does this cost? Besides, where's the bathroom? Where's the bank? Learn your numbers. Numbers is very, very important, because I got screwed over many times because I didn't know my numbers. learn the numbers, learn simple phrases, basic conversational phrases. And if you can't do that, or it's too hard or whatever, then make sure you get Google Translate app on your phone, and make sure you have data on you at all times so you can always use it, especially when you're in a bind, or if you get stuck in, if you're in a pickle or something, you can always just pull it up and type what you got to say and get a local to help you. So that's number 3. Try to learn some of the language. Number 4, you're going to miss a lot of things from home. And those are going to be the times you're going to be like, oh, what am I doing here? I miss my TV shows, or I miss my, I don't know, my hair products. That was the thing for me. You're going to miss something. You're going to miss your friends. You're going to miss picking up the phone and calling Jane and saying, hey, let's go for a coffee. You're going to miss all those little things. So be prepared that you are, and it's not separation anxiety, you're just going to miss things from home because you've been home for all your life. And now here you are embarking on this grand adventure of moving to a new country. So you're going to miss a lot of things. So be prepared for a little bit of sadness, and a little bit of an emotional roller coaster. Number 5, if you are driving, if you buy a scooter, you have a car, whatever, drive with caution, because in some, like here in Guatemala, they drive like maniacs. The highways it's like the Autobahn. It's very, they're fast. They don't signal. You wonder how some of these vehicles are even on the road. It can be dangerous. There's a lot of hairpin turns. It's very exhausting. The only way I can describe driving in Guatemala is that it's exhausting. By the time you get home, where let's say you have to go to the city and it's a 3.5-hour drive, and by the time you get back, by the time I get back here to my town in Panajachel, I'm like, I need a nap. Like, it's so exhausting because it's stressful. Number 6 is to be street smart. And what I mean by that is don't pull out your wallet and flash, hundreds of dollars in cash. Don't leave your purse unattended. Don't leave your things unattended. Be aware of your surroundings. Don't get into cars with strangers. I actually just talked about this in another video. You can check that. I'll drop the link up here. About being a smart solo female traveler. So just be aware of your surroundings and use your common sense. Number 7 is to be open-minded and patient, because it's going to be different. Things are going to be very different. You're not going to understand a lot of things. You're going to be confused and frustrated a lot of the time. You're going to be like Eva was like, what am I doing here? I should go home. This was a bad idea. This is stupid. So just be open-minded that you're in a different country now and things are different, and you have to be patient. Be patient with the frustrations that you're going to go through, the challenges with the people, with situations. So that's very, very important, because if you aren't open-minded and if you aren't patient, you're going to need to lose your shit a lot of the times, and you're not going to have a good experience. Number 8, it will be hard and frustrating at first. It will, like it was for me. So especially if you don't speak the language, and in the town that you live in, there's not a lot of English speakers, it's going to be very frustrating because you're trying to communicate and you can't get your point across if you don't have Google Translator, but you should, the translator app. It's going to be very hard because your accommodations are going to be different. The people are going to be different. The food, everything is going to be very, very different. So there's going to be challenging times. And here's another thing. I don't want to make this long and boring, but here's another thing. So I forgot to tell my bank when I left Canada 9 years ago, I forgot to tell my bank that I was leaving Canada and that I would be traveling, and my bank card will be in this country with me. So within the first I think I was 6 months in, maybe not. I think it was 6 months in. I had used a bank machine with my bank card, and somebody came in behind me and cleaned out my bank account through the card reader thingy. So they wiped out my bank account, took all my money. It was under $1,000, but it was still a lot of money for me. I contacted my bank and they closed my account. And it took me 6 months to recoup. I did get my money back, but it took 6 months. So it's those kind of challenges that can be really frustrating, that you're going to have to find workarounds. What do I do now? How do I get out of this mess? So you have to learn to think fast and think on your feet, because shit's going to happen and you're going to have to find solutions to these problems. So let your bank know that you're leaving, and you're traveling with this card, and to not freak out when they see unusual activity. I mean, unless it's like really unusual activity. Number 9, it would be a good idea to find out about the healthcare where you're going. If you have health issues, even minor health issues, maybe you are a migraine sufferer like I was. Do they have migraine medicine where you're going? Or maybe you have IBS, or I don't know, whatever it is. Find out about the healthcare. Are there clinics? Are they affordable? What kind of services do they have? Is there eye care, dental, all that stuff, whatever, ear, nose, and throat doctor, whatever you need. If you have a specialist back home, or if you have certain medical conditions that need attention every now and again, you need to find out if that healthcare is available to you wherever you're going. So, which brings me to my final tip number 10, is to do some research, join Facebook groups and ask questions. So go on to Facebook groups of the country that you're planning on going to, and say, hey, do they have a good eye doctor? Do they have a good, I don't know, ear, nose, and throat doctor, or whatever? Find good Facebook groups and ask questions. You're going to get a lot of dumb answers sometimes, but that's just Facebook. So find out what you need to know about the healthcare. And there are a lot of people, expats, immigrants, whatever, that are in the Facebook groups that will be very, very helpful and will have the answers that you're looking for. So I think that with those 10 tips, I think you're going to be okay, as long as you're prepared and you do a little bit of research before you take off to the country that you're planning on going to. And also keep in mind that once you've done research, here's another really important thing. Once you've done research and you've gotten all, dotted your I's and crossed your T's, and you get to the country, and this is where I think it was tip number 7 or 8, was be open-minded. You might be there for 6 months and decide that this isn't the country for me, and that's okay. If have a plan B. Maybe you've chosen Guatemala, and then you get here, and then 6 months later you're like, oh my God, this place sucks. I want to go to another country. So have maybe like a little 2 to 3 country ideas of where you might want to go. So if Guatemala isn't your country, then maybe you want to go to Nicaragua, or maybe you want to go to South America. So it's good to have a plan B, just in case it doesn't work out for you where you're going, or where you've been for 5, 6, however many months, maybe even a year. Have a backup plan, or do some research on a few more countries, just in case, because it's always good to be somewhat prepared. And I'm going to tell you something funny. I wasn't prepared at all when I came down here. I did very little research. I had a tea leaf reader tell me where to go. I'm like, all right, that sounds like a cool country. Didn't even know where Guatemala was. And I came down here with full intention of going, okay, this is going to be, it was hard, and I'm going to make this work as best I can, and I'm going to do what I can. So I've survived the first year, which was really hard. The first year was really hard, but I survived. Sorry. And 9 years later, this is home. So check out some other countries. And it's really easy in Central America to bounce around to different countries. You can drive to, hello, this is the cat that adopted me here in Guatemala. You can drive to El Salvador. I mean, you can drive to Belize and Nicaragua. It's a long drive, but you can drive. It's probably a pretty drive. So the countries around here are very close to each other. So check out some other countries. Go and spend a few days at another country and see what that's like. Maybe the people are different. Maybe the food is different. Maybe the climate is different. All that stuff. So that's all I got for you. I hope this was kind of helpful for you. I hope you enjoyed the cameo appearance by my bad cat. And don't forget to check out, if you like travel videos, I have a bunch of travel videos in my travel playlist. Go ahead and check those out. They're pretty informative, I think. A lot of people like them. So don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff. I upload generally every Sunday, but I upload shorts daily. But generally every Sunday, but I do like to plop in a random other odd video midweek. So if you hit the notification bell, tell them to hit the notification bell, and then you'll know whenever we go live, or whenever we upload a video, because usually she's in the videos too. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it gave you a little bit of information. And I'm going to drop the link down below, because I did write a blog about this, 17 things to know before you move to a new country. And I'm going to drop another blog about some safety tips for solo female travelers. So I'm going to drop some stuff down below. Thanks for watching. I hope you like this video. I love you guys, and I will catch you all back here in the next video. Bye for now. Can I say bye? Goodbye. Bye.